Good morning, William and Jess. My name is Volodymyr. I'm a sales manager for Eastern Europe and Balkans territory in L-Acoustics, a world premium manufacturer of professional audio. I apologize for a little bit cold. It's tricky by Albania weather. My apologies. I'm pleased to be here, invited by our good partner, ProSound. L-Acoustics really enjoys this partnership because we share, from the very first, we share the same passion and ambitions about the pro audio industry. Should you have any inquiries for sales or rental, feel free to ask ProSound and you will get the best possible service in Albania. For most probably of you, you never heard about L-Acoustics, but you certainly heard us. Because since 80s, L-Acoustics is inventing, designing, and manufacturing professional loudspeakers and the hardware and software to optimize the pro audio industry. You probably heard us with your favorite band on tour, or maybe on the music festival, like world-famous Coachella, Lollapalooza, or Tomorrowland. You also may heard us at the Broadway hottest musicals. You can hear L-Acoustic system in action during opening and closing Olympic Games ceremonies, Eurovision, major sports arenas worldwide. Houses of worship, cruise ships, and educational institutions are also familiar places for L-Acoustics. Just a little bit background of history. Our story began in 1977. Then this gentleman, his name is Christian Hale. He's particle physics scientist initially. And he attended the concert of his favorite band, Pink Floyd. And he really was upset because the sound was awful at this time. I think it was 80s. Sound was awful because, like last century, everybody used this. It's called the wall of sound. So basically, it was the mass of loudspeakers placed on top each other, like could be 10 to 20 pieces, and really it's sounding awful. You cannot hear anything, you cannot understand anything. That's why he was really upset. And he decided to use his physics knowledge to improve this. And eventually, he created the theory and then practice of line array source. And now, today, you can see this kind of speakers at every live concert worldwide. It uses the same theory how create a laser from a light. So he put the same idea into the sound. So the sound could be coupled and pointed to certainly direction to cover more audience on a far distance. And it was really a revolution in the professional audio industry. So for those who yesterday enjoyed the concert of the evening, we should be thankful to the Christian Hale. He's still founder, he's still CEO of the company, and he really a man who changed the world in sound for the better experience. Should you have, by the way, any questions, feel free to stop me and ask, okay? And I advise you to remember everything I'm telling you, because at the ProSound booth just nearby, we have a quiz happening all day. And there are like questions about L-Acoustics as well, and if you give a right answer, you will get a valuable prize. Yeah, that's a good point. I will remind it in the end as well. So, that was 1992, the invention of first line array songs called VDOSC. At this stage, Christian Heil worked on his farm for prototypes, and the whole company, including him, was 8 people. And I want to show you what this company is today, and next video is really self-explaining. Do we have sound? Yeah.
We are L-Acoustics. For the past 30 years, we have supplied the best sound systems for performances all over the world. We design and manufacture audio solutions with one goal in mind: thrilling audiences by helping artists sound their best. L-Acoustics is a privately owned company. Every member of the board of directors is actively involved and invested in the business. Designing the world's best sound solutions begins with science. We explore, we experiment, we prototype, we iterate. The desire to consistently optimize outcomes powers this company. More than 20% of L-Acoustics' force are dedicated to R&D. From cabinetry to transducers to electronics and DSP, every detail matters. We built more than 50,000 loudspeakers and over 10,000 amplifiers last year, taking extra care to ensure that every single unit met our clients' exacting standards. But our role doesn't end there. L-Acoustics is a service-focused company, providing expertise and product support to our certified installers. We offer thorough end-user education to 6,000 people worldwide each year. This ensures that L-Acoustics maintains a consistently high standard of excellence, no matter where in the world our systems are in use. We are a global organization. L-Acoustics products are distributed and deployed worldwide via a network of over 250 partners in more than 80 countries. We're not done yet. Our application engineers are on site to provide valuable support during installation, pre-production, load-in, or at showtime. Our work in sound has led us down new and thrilling pathways into sound art and unprecedented creative audio environments. In today's world of multisensorial experiences, sound surrounds us, entertains us, and makes us feel. We are L-Acoustics, and we are shaping the future of sound.
Today, we are a global organization. Our office is located in Paris, in London, Singapore, Los Angeles, and we cover the whole world through the network of our certified partners, like ProSound in Albania. But being global, we are still 100% manufactured in European Union. Basically, all wooden works, metal frames of the boxes, everything is produced within France, electronics produced in Germany, and the very final assemble is going in our central location in Paris, in Marcoussis. From there, we ship in all over the world. Today, company is not in numbers is more than 1,000 employees. We cover the 50% of top world 50 festivals. They play L-Acoustics. We are represented in 80 plus countries over the world. We have approximately 700 rental network partners to deliver the best rental experience for the people. We are producing 83,000 loudspeakers per year, 31,000 electronics products. We have references, more than 10,000 really worldwide class venues. And we have more than 12,000 training certificates per year. So for 40 years, it's quite not bad development. Okay. Just a few names. Here in the right corner. This is a list of top world festivals. And they choose L-Acoustics. And a little bit of artist names. So just a few of them. Madonna, Rammstein, Justin Timberlake, Billie Eilish, Dua Lipa. They all chosen L-Acoustics for their concerts. But of course, you may ask me, why? Why do top artists and festival choose L-Acoustics? Is it something in that? So to answer that question, we must go a little bit on a technical background, because all loudspeakers looks more or less the same. Yeah? It's just a logo. But most important, what is inside. And most important, how much brain and development you put in every of this box, or electronics which power in them. So L-Acoustics is a pioneer of really groundbreaking and establishing pro audio technologies in pro audio industry. About line array source, I already told you. So L-Acoustics was a company who actually invented the today line array. We also the first who started to use coaxial technology in our products for pro audio industry. Coaxial means LF, low frequencies driver, and high frequency driver, they are pointed on the same axis. And then this makes the sound really more consistent, less like better summation and great delivery to the audience. Waveform sculpture technology, this is actually the shape, geometrical shape of the horn of the VDOSC system of line array, which really was allowed to throw sound farther, having intelligibility and quality. "3D modeling engine. We were very first who thought about prediction. How your system will be sound on a festival, in a club. Can you predict it? So we invented the 3D model software, who is allowing you to place exactly loudspeakers which you want and see what would be the audio coverage of the venue or open space or the square or anything else. Laminar venting is a quite interesting technology, introduced 2007. First were used in a powerful subwoofer, and this shape of phase inverter, it really creates better bass reflex. So it's like smoother and minimize turbulence in airflow. I know it's a little bit complicated and technical. I'll quickly pass through other slides. So then we can go further. Brain power, of course, it's important, very important when you producing loudspeaker, very important think about amplification, because it doesn't work alone. And in 2007, we introduced the concept of 4-channel DSP-controlled amplifier. DSP means digital signal processing. So everything in one unit, amplification, processor, all the signal processing, equalizement, limiters, protection, everything were in one 2-unit frame. And we are very famous about the protection of our system. We use like different kind of protection, the limiting from clipping signal, the thermal protection from overheating, over voltage protection, and well, in countries with bad background in electricity, where electricity is not really good, it's very important because you are protected with your investment. This nice butterfly here called L-Fins, and it was again introduced in 2008 with our K1 system, the flagship for today's festival, like a very big box which used for the arenas. And well, this form of high-frequency waveguide really works well. It's improvement of VDOSC system. Panflex. You may experience if you come to ProSound booth, there is a K2 speaker, and you may notice this moving parts in the center. It's called Panflex. So it allows you to make your coverage wider or narrow it. And if you narrow it, you can sound further. So you're flexible. When you don't need to shoot on a distance, you open it and you get better coverage and wider coverage in near field. No, it's you adjust it manually. Yeah. So it's like, I will show you. We'll come to the booth later, I'll show you. You choose the right to open one of the shade, and then you make settings in the processor, and you're good to go. And today this is included in almost every line array source which we have. L-Acoustics is a member of Milan group within the AV New Alliance. It's a technology which allows to pass audio signal via network cables, Cat5, E, Cat6, and it doesn't affect quality of the sound. So moving audio not by analog cables like multi-cores or everything, but by Ethernet cables. If you're using Milan, quality is not compromised. So today we are producing loudspeakers, we are producing electronics. We also developing software, very important for the future vision and how to use the system. And we do services like trainings, calibration, show support. So we are covering the full package. If you look at the software, this one is very famous. It's called Sound Vision. Its purpose to make your venue in 3D. You can create your anything in 3D, even like a planet. And you can place then your loudspeakers, how they will be exactly placed in your show, and see how you cover, where are the weak places, where are strong places, what you must do to make it better. This is very, very important and very precise. Some of competitors have the same, but when it comes to reality, something is showing on a picture, not really sounding like that. In Sound Vision, it's proven instrument for the world-famous sound engineers. They use it very Why? Another software is L8 Network Manager. It allows you to control your sound system from a laptop. So you have everything under your heads in one place. You do not need to run around the club or festival, make an adjustment manually on amplifiers or on a mixer. Everything you can do from one place. In one is like fresh development, so with a integrated system tuning software. So some of you noticed when sound engineer is tuning the system, he's placing microphones in different places. Then he produces strange sounds like whoop or peak noise. So that's exactly M1 software to make your experience at the show better. Of course, we produce electronics. And it's not just amplifiers. It's amplifiers with DSP. Everything is controlled. Every amplifier has a huge processing power for future firmware updates. So once bought, amplifier life cycle, I think it's like 10 to 15 years. And after we discontinue, by the way, after we discontinue something, because it's really very old, like I don't know, VDOSC system, first one array was produced, first models were produced in 1992, so it's more than 30 years, but we still supply spare parts for the VDOSC. And VDOSC is still operating worldwide. It's still working horse, and some company renting it and use it as a show. There's no problem in that. So you can imagine how good your investment with L-Acoustics. So you can use your product like 30 years without no problem, and we are not discontinuing the spare parts production for VDOSC. So I think that's important. About the loudspeakers. Of course, we have loudspeakers. And size doesn't matter, really. We have loudspeakers from really size of the cola can, a tiny one, up to, well, the big one. And what's important, from this tiny one up to the biggest one, it sounds the same. I mean, when you hear it, you understand you hear L-Acoustics. Yeah, different in frequencies, in tonal balance, in bass, everything, but the signature of sound, it's the same. Just to show you what we have today in our portfolio, which you can use for different kind of applications. So we divide them on 3 different, let's say, divisions. Short throw means something small, like event, like bar, like small club. So for these purposes, we have X series. This one I already showed you. 5XT is a very nice speaker. It's very famous. It's like a little cube, but sounding amazing. X8, by the way, we have here. This is X8. And we have X12 as well and X15. X15 is worldwide famous monitor speaker. The best sound artists, best DJs use this as monitors because it's biamped. It has really narrow coverage, like precise to give best monitoring experience to the artist. Sometimes in some pictures you may see this box in this position on the stage. It's very famous and shape is really recognizable. Don't forget about questions if you have. So for medium throw, what we call medium throw, like something just a bit bigger. But still, it's not stadium. It could be club, could be house of worship, could be theater. And for that, we have first S series, very nice visual product called Siva, this one. It could be in gray-brown color, like here. Could be white, could be gold, could be anything. And worldwide, really our rental partners use this for the kind premium events like premium wedding or premium corporate like new Lexus, BMW, anything presentation. So because usually the designers of this event, they don't like big, like big speakers. Please hide them somewhere. But this, they really enjoy the view. And was funny story about Siva, because it may looks like some speaker for a home, like just high-end something. And there was funny story. It was a presentation of a new Lexus car, and they did very quite nice environment, invited the DJ to play, and rental company supplied 2 Sivas, like this and this. And DJ came. What's that? I will not play in this. It's like home speaker. Are you crazy? What you brought to the presentation? Oh. And they said, just try. And he pushed that, and he said, wow, oh shit, what is that? So usually it makes impression like this, but it's also looking very sexy. Yeah, different colors, as I said. Another series is A series. Globally, it's very well suited mobile DJs, clubs, kind of small rental companies, because it's very easy to use. It have model with a focus with a narrow coverage, wide with a wider coverage, and you can combine them using them ground stacked or flown, and it's really sounding amazing and really in a budget. When you don't need the system which throws over 100 meters, that's the choice. And in this series, we have KS21 subwoofer. It's called KS21 because the driver size is 21 inch. Usually everybody use 18, so 21 really gives you the deep end, like the desirable low frequencies for the DJ. They're in love with that box, as well as bass players. And for the long throw applications, when you need to cover festival, festival, arena, stadium, that's the choice, called K series. So from the very tiny Kiva 2 and Kara. I think Kara is famous in Albania because ProSound was invested in Kara how many years ago, Kriton? 5 years? 8 years ago. Still, it's most selling box in our portfolio. Crazy popular. K3 also good box when you need a little bit more LF, because in this range, apart from competitors, you have 12-inch drivers and 4-inch HF driver, which really gives a good combination of high frequency and low frequencies. And we have K2, worldwide famous box, very wide used globally for the shows like here. And here we have K2 at our stage. And I encourage you to come every evening to listen to the different styles of music, EDM, hip-hop, rock music. It can handle everything. And it's really a new investment of ProSound. And I think this will give, accessibility of new names, bigger events for Albania, because usually if somebody coming, this box is on top in his rider. And we have K1, sorry. K1 is really the biggest one. So stadium, festivals like Tomorrowland, like if you need to have something really big, that's K1. And I want to a little bit focus on K2 because still we have it at the stage, but one unit is at the ProSound booth, so you can just come and just look at it, because for system engineers, for technical people, it will be amazing to be familiar with rigging system. That's another thing L-Acoustics very famous of. It's very pretty, easy to use. But in the end, it's just very light box, very flexible, and very powerful. Usually, it used with KS28 subwoofer. So today, it's our most powerful subwoofer. It's double 18-inch, but it's quite bass reflex sub with some tricks inside. And it sounds, again, there are here 12 pieces at the stage to deliver best low frequency experience which you can experience. What's very important to mention if we talk about our rental network. ProSound has the status of L-Acoustic official rental agent. And official, it's not just the title. There are much more in this word. To get this status, you must pass through kind of evaluation and examination. So we do not sell speakers to anyone. You cannot just come to L-Acoustics, to, I don't know, to music store and buy one K2 or even 3 K2. There are some really strict rules for that. When we sell something, we sell the full package. Why we're doing this? Because then we can be sure that the company who is our rental agent can provide the best service to all local partners. The event agencies, promoters, organizers of festivals. You will get the best proven partner. What gives this status? At L-Acoustics website, we have a map locator. It's like a world map where all our partners, official partners, are present. And ProSound is there as well. And usually the production companies, if they have show in a country, they go to that site and look for the partner because they know if the company is listed there, that's a reliable company. You can trust him for the big event. Again, to become a rental agent, we require the minimum inventory standard. For K2, it's either 12 K2 with some subwoofers or 24 K2. Depends from the standard. But still, it's loudspeakers, it's amplifiers, it's all accessories, professional accessories which using to properly rig the system, to secure it, cables, everything goes in a package. And of course, in the package we also offer training. So when somebody is buying K2, Okara, K3, K1, A series, he cannot buy it without the training. So depends from the purchase, depends from the purpose. We offer different kind of trainings. And like here is the system workflow. It's very basic fundament for all other trainings. All our partners, all their employees must attend this training. But then we have diversification for system technician, for people who rig system, place it. So that's one direction. We have certification of system engineer who is tuning the system, using the sound vision software, predicting everything, then tuning it on site, then control it via network manager. And we have very interesting thing called ELISA technology. I will cover this a little bit later. For that, we offer also the different kind of trainings. And ProSound, as a official partner, had all necessary trainings. They had, usually we send other trainers, certified trainer. We very famous, world-famous sound engineers. For Pro Sound, it was Andrea Talia. He was sound engineer of Andrea Bocelli for 18 years. Served shows of global size. And person of this size of experience, this size of knowledge, he comes and train local rental agent personnel. So then we can be sure that people are educated and they will make maximum from the inventory, from the loudspeakers which they own. Oh, we're really good on time. That's perfect. So I know you're a little bit tired. This will be the last topic I want to show you, but it's very important. We have technology called ELISA, live sound. ELISA means L-Acoustics Immersive Sound Art. And we really believe the future of live sound is behind this, because the difference between conventional concert and ELISA show, it's the same like difference between you watching black-white movie or you watching the movie in IMAX today. That's the difference, because traditional show, it's left-right speakers, it's stereo, and the problem is when it's it's a stage, and for example, it's a rock band. Here is a drum player, like a bass player, guitar player, singer. They all placed over the stage. And when, for example, singer is singing and moving, you expect to hear this as well. But nothing happened because we have only two sources of sound, left and right. What between the middle? Nothing happens. And the idea behind ELISA is to use more sound systems, special technology, so then you can literally hear, okay, I hear the drum. If you close your eyes, you hear the drum player is here. I hear like the bass player from here. And you have the localization. You hear everything as you see on a stage. And we think that's the future. And the importance of this technology is the same like importance of invention of line array back to 1992. Sooner or later, we believe everything will be in ELISA. Everything will be, we called it hyperreal. So this is like this show may look like. You see 5, or could be more, line arrays above the stage. And hyperreal means you can localize everything what is going on stage. And most important, that using ELISA, all audience, not only people in the center, not only friends of sound engineer who are at front of house position, because usually the best sound is here near sound engineer, if he's good enough, of course. With ELISA, the good sound, the best sound is everywhere. Like here on the side, or that side, or in this front stage. With ELISA, you can hear everything really good everywhere. And of course, you can add surround speakers like X8. You can put them on top if it's the venue. And you can add immersive experience to that. But immersive really very wide use today. Everybody has immersive. Everybody using immersive. Everyone want to be immersive. It's very popular word. But hyperreal is different. Hyperreal is how to you see and hear everything what's going on stage. That's important. And it's not just theory. Yeah, sorry, I just jumped a little bit further. So this is how it looks into our prediction software, Sound Vision. So here you can see the venue, the 5 sound sources, and the green color is the color where you can hear everything same as you are on a center of venue. Doesn't matter with this technology. A little bit of yellow zone, and it's really, I'm showing you really difficult venue. It's really big. It has stairs and balconies, tribunes, and like only 16% will experience, well, could be mono, could be kind of this sound, but 74, and usually it's highest number, they will experience the best possible sound. Of course, to be able to deliver this to audience, sound engineer of the band must be able to mix in ELISA. So it's not left and right anymore. It's hyperreal and immersive, and we have special software for that called ELISA controller. So it's called object-based mixing. You have this picture, you see this picture, and it's very, it's very easy to use. So you have objects like microphone of the singer, microphone of the kick drum, guitar, keyboards, and you just place them in your frontal zone. This is frontal zone. And you can also add something to immersive if you have these background speakers. You can add effects, because within ELISA processor, the electronic device which allows you to do all that, is very powerful FX room engine. So it's not just the reverberation or delay effect. It's really dedicated room acoustics processing, which produce, very natural effect. It's counting the reflections inside the auditorium. It counts everything and adds like minimum necessary quantity so you can hear it naturally. For those who are interested in ELISA, and it's not, again, we are pioneering this technology and we developing it and we pushing this to the market, because once you try it, once the sound engineer is ready to mix in ELISA, he will never turn to stereo back. Well, of course, he will be forced because he may have different shows and festival participation, and which still will be in stereo. But once tried, it's like you whole your life you watched black-white movie, and then somebody just picked you and dropped in IMAX. You can imagine the difference. And we have free software called ELISA Studio. You can go if you are a musician or sound engineer, artist, DJ, doesn't matter. You can go to our website, L-Acoustics.com, go into the software download section and download ELISA Studio. And this is free software which works with your favorite DAW system. It could be Pro Tools, Nuendo, Ableton, Reaper, Logic, anything. We have plugin ready, and you can use your multi-track with our ELISA controller, and you're allowed to use 12 outputs. So you take your, the sound card, simple sound card, but yeah, of course, it must be with 7, 12, as much as you want outputs. You place, again, any loudspeakers at your home, at your rehearsal base, and you can play with ELISA. You can try mix, immersive, or hyperreal. Again, it has capability of having binaural mix in the headphones, still be 360. And it works just on your laptop. System requirements are not really high. So I encourage you or your friends, because we are at the music conference, music festival here, so all of you might have musicians, friends, sound engineers. I encourage you to try this technology because it's free. All you need is just sound card and some boxes, but software is free. Download it, play it, try it. It's the future for the sound. And to prove it's not theory, we are not selling something which we want, which we like. This will be the last slide of my presentation, but you may see or read some names which today are using ELISA technology. Adele has performance, like half a year performance is in Caesar Place in Las Vegas in ELISA every weekend. Very recent is Janet Jackson show at Resort World Theater in Las Vegas. Resort World Theater is quite interesting venue. It was, first it was aimed to have only one artist performances with K2. And now, like it's 6 or more world top artists having concerts there using ELISA, and they like it. Carrie Underwood, Katy Perry, Janet Jackson, that's, you know, just a few. ABBA Voyage, very interesting show in London, also in ELISA, where they use virtual avatar, called it. So once you may be in London, take your chance to experience that. It's also L-Acoustics and it's also ELISA. And it's really different. It's not only for pop music, it's really good for orchestra performance. So just very recent, 2024, Andrea Bocelli, ELISA show in Tauron Arena, Krakow. It was a really impressive show with orchestra, and it's, well, you can just Google it and find the references. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, come to ProSound booth. Don't forget about quiz. Everything I showed you there will be asked you there, and we have really something good for you there. See you. Thank you very much.